gonna start
Yeah.
right now. Just letting you know.
Okay.
If I can get it working.
Okay.
It's acting like it wants to work. Now it's acting like it wants to work. Alright, I think we're live.
Yay!
That's fun.
Oh, did you post the link to this in my little conversation window thing?
There we go.
Comment.
I gotta post it everywhere. Just give me a minute. Hi everybody. I don't think anybody's here yet, so that's okay. But it's alright.
We'll post it on my Facebook so that it's there.
I'm gonna post it everywhere, so I gotta go blow all these pages up.
Okay.
Hi everybody. Posting links right and left. Right and left. There you go. I think you just got 2 links from me by accident. Oops.
Did you post it on my comments?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hi anybody who's in chat. What's going on?
Hi.
Check. Check. Now we're just waiting on people to stop by.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you be yan me.
Yeah.
Check. 1, 2.
That's the happiest memory ever.
Huh?
I just found a really happy memory. We were doing emergency training with the service dog when we first got her. And I had sent some of the photos to my mom of what we were doing and like some short videos for her to show her kids in class. And so you've got Veracity on the floor and Mari checking on him because that's what she was supposed to do. Pretty cute. That's what popped up in my memories. It was really cute.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what happens. We're sharing things. Sharing is caring. Hi everybody. Whoever's gonna see this video later. I don't think anybody's really hanging out right now. But so you should be. I don't know if you can see the video, but I want you to take a look at the background and let me know what I need to do to it.
I can't see video. Uh-oh.
On the YouTube, you can't pull up the YouTube page?
No, not while I'm on the phone and call.
Oh.
Had I known...
Had you known what?
That you might need help.
Well, I don't need help. I just wanted your opinion on it.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that while I'm live or it'll end the call. Unfortunately.
I think it looks pretty cool. The scrolling text thing, I was messing around with some functions today. And I've been wanting to get some kind of like little thing on the bottom of the screen, you know, put whatever we want to put in there, you know. I think it looks pretty cool. I think.
I'm really happy to be like back in general.
Yeah, I know it's been a minute since I've been able to get you on anything.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild. Like, a lot of people know that like I lost my mom this year, so like it's been pretty wild. And they tell you that you will be ready in your own time. I'm still not sure I'm ready, but here we go.
There we go. Oh, we got the Doc Griffin in the chat. Hi, Doc. I'm playing with settings. That's why I sound the way I do. How you doing, buddy? Let me know if it gets fixed. We're trying to fix some settings.
Oh, yeah.
Doc's like, why does Pants sound far away? Because I am. I am far, far away from everybody. But Doc's been... Did you meet Doc yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought you guys might have met one time. He's our resident doctor. He's a good dude, and he's you should definitely, if you're ever up, hop on one of his streams. They're fun. So just waiting for a couple people to stop in, and we're gonna start jibber jabbering about some things, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we got stuff to talk about tonight, right?
Yes.
I got some things to talk about. First and foremost, welcome back, Sasha. Let's get on that a minute, right?
I missed you so much.
Yeah. We we used to talk. We talk in the regular as much as we can, but we both were going through some stuff for a while, and
Yeah, we were.
I mean,
Yeah,
I feel like we still are, but at least we're making progress and getting back to this, you know.
yeah, we're definitely,
Definitely, you know.
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely what?
We're getting there.
Oh, okay. Just making sure you're with me. You sound, I don't know. Hey, Jolly Roger, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see ya. You see, you're gonna get introduced to all these people. We got Jolly Roger and Doc Griffin in the chat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. This is Sasha, guys, if you haven't met her.
Hi.
She's the co-host and the pants thieving awesomeness she is. I don't know. She's just cool people. And like my right arm on this stuff. And I've missed her face because like we were talking, like we were going through some stuff. It's her first time back in a while, so everyone be nice. So anyway, so what's going on, lady?
Well, let's see.
Where do you want to start?
So, obviously, we're going into summer season for the dollhouse. So, this is the busy time of year. So, I did not forget about that. I will definitely be coming back. Got a whole lot of projects and live stuff to be doing there. I've also got some pretty big work with a musician that we can't talk about yet, but it's getting there. And so, you guys will be hopefully hearing an announcement soon, and there'll be some of that fun stuff going on. We're excited about that.
It's a good start. You're apparently Jolly Rogers says you're the pants stealing Russian lady now.
I'm what? I'm what?
Pants stealing Russian lady.
Except I'm not Russian at all. But okay.
And Doc says he has not met you yet, and I said you should meet her. So hello, Sasha. He says. She's on her phone, guys, so she can't see the chat. I have to translate. But so
yeah,
everyone in chat, I need some help here. If you guys see this little design I'm working on, I need ideas. So feel free to throw some ideas at me for this new layout. The musician is actually me. That's something I made. The music playing in the background. But yeah, but Sasha, Dollhouse. Let's fill them in on that. You want to give them like everyone's getting introduced to you. You know what I mean? So let's start from scratch, right?
Right. So a few years ago, after I was on Psychopathic Radio, I met Pants Ninja, and I was living in Canada at the time, and we went on to do the Dojo, and it was Pants Ninja, Veracity, and then I joined. 5 years later, I run Dollhouse Radio, also known as This Hollowed Home, which is a gothic do-it-yourself home channel on YouTube. And Veracity and I are married, have been for almost 2 years now. So very interesting, the origins of that show and where things went from there.
Yeah, we had a lot of crazy times. We were music and fun and interviews, and we had some decent like discussions at times. Some more serious subjects, but we also, played Sonic in the dojo.
But I think that's what people loved, is that we were serious. You know what I mean?
We were both, definitely. The way I looked at it since I grew up, like David Letterman's been a hero of mine, and I've always wanted to do something kind of like him,
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel like life's too serious, obviously. So, Shout out to Gaming and Yelling. Hi, buddy. Good to see you in the chat. I'm glad. Thanks for coming by, guys. It's, it's nice to have you all here. Yeah, I heard that feedback there.
It's very nice to be back.
Yeah, it's nice. So, anyway, after the whole radio thing, we took a break. I took a break, and she got the dollhouse going. I brought the dojo back, and here we are.
Yep, pretty much. That's about the gist of it.
Doc says he always wanted to be more like Debbie and do Dallas. Nice work, buddy. Oh, these guys. I love them. So yeah, I got some links underneath the chat for everybody too, so you can pay some support to the other peeps doing a YouTube thing. So like I said, welcome back, Sasha. We got a lot of people I got to introduce you to yet. Jeez.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It definitely has. So I was explaining earlier, my mother passed away in March, and my mother literally was my entire world. Everything that I am, all the crafts that I do, all the stuff that I grew up doing and now do on my show is because of her influence. And so every week I would run over projects with her, and she would tell me what she liked. She'd give me ideas for the show. I'd give her ideas for projects to do with her disabled kids. She worked for Detroit Special Ed, and then went on to work for a very special vocational program as a second job. And so, arts and crafts was literally our entire existence. So doing the show without my mom was just a very, very hard pass with me for a while. And now I'm starting to kind of warm up to the idea that I shouldn't quit just because she's gone.
Well, that's the whole thing. Losing a loved one like that, man. You can't quit. You got to keep their memory alive and keep being you, That's what I always say, that's what they've always wanted, right?
Yeah, it is. She always wanted me to keep singing and keep creating. And it's just really, really hard. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that unless you've been through it, it doesn't quite hit you. The best way to describe it is it's almost like your entire world implodes. And then you slowly over time start to realize, hey, wait a minute. My mother raised me to do these things so that I would keep doing them and contribute, to the artistic legacy of this world, I guess, so to speak. And so to quit would be a slap in the face. Absolutely.
And that's the thing too. Doc is commenting. He says, "I get that. Dad died February and Mom passed December of 2018. Kind of a shitty year. We all going through it, man. No lie."
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we're all getting to that age where, we're all getting older, and our parents, unfortunately, are getting older.
It's true. Gaming. El burro está durmiendo con un pingüino pequeño y triste. I don't speak it, yo. I can't. I just butchered it.
Your accent is horribly wrong. If it were right, maybe I could have understood.
Nein, das hablas Buch und sprechen Sie Deutsch. Motherland.
Niet.
Da. Nein. Nein.
Niet.
I'm proud. He says he's proud. Yeah, Easy's in the chat. Hi, buddy. So anyway, since Sasha's back, we're going to start lining these interviews back up. Doc, I cannot read Asian of any sort. And that definitely looks like Japanese or Chinese to me. I can't speak it, man. So we got some, I know we're talking about interviews. We were, right? I still want to get Helms back,
Yeah.
Well, you booked that interview, I figured we could get him back, talk a little more. Now everybody's speaking different languages in the chat. So I got these animated things I'm working on too. I want to get a little intro for this video. thing we do. You were talking about bringing Facebook Live back soon, yeah?
Yep, that's definitely what I'm doing. I think that's probably most likely going to start either tomorrow night or Monday night. Depends on how tomorrow goes. Um, it's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process. I'm ready to be back, but emotionally, you never know until I'm live. You know what I mean?
I know, I feel you. I just want to give people a little idea what you do, you know? I know
Yeah.
you do crafts, you've done all sorts of things. We've done talks before. Um, so I don't know how to describe everything you're doing.
Well, basically, what I do is I scavenge items or collect them. Sometimes people donate them. Sometimes I get them from the local Family Dollar or Dollar General. You just never know. And then I will take an item that I got for free or very cheap, and I will show people for very free or very cheap how to upcycle it into something to fit their home decor needs.
Arts and crafts,
So
man.
it's kind of arts and crafts mixed with a little bit of home decor. Well, a lot of home decor, but
Adulting. Arts and,
adulting.
yes.
Because, think about it. How many times have we all wanted something to match our particular taste, but either we can't find the item we want, or when we do find the item we want, it's at a ridiculous price. Sometimes you see something someone else made and you want it, and it's at a ridiculous price. So I kind of try to empower people into making their space their own, because most of us, at least part of this, all of those that are part of this circle, have very different needs from someone that's going to shop at, say, Pottery Barn. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No,
not that Pottery Barn is bad. We like all stores, but like Pottery Barn isn't going to sell a cabinet with a bunch of sugar skulls on it to fit the exact theme of turquoise and black and gray in my kitchen. So I'm going to take this cabinet I bought at Family Dollar and I'm going to turn it in, for $20, and I'm going to turn it into something that looks like I could have bought it at Pottery Barn during, say, Halloween time.
We
You know
should
what I mean?
do that over here on the YouTubes. We need to make it happen. Yeah, welcome. By the way, welcome Blackout. I know it's your first time here. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
So hi to Blackout. Yeah. So Sasha's. I know you say maybe this week you might have something going on.
This week, yeah, I'm looking at either tomorrow night or starting back up Monday night. I haven't quite decided yet.
So there's something to look forward to. Anyone interested in home decor, arts, crafts, and just a good time. Sasha's Facebook link should be underneath the video. And you can hit her up. You can check it out.
And even if you don't catch the live show, I do generally okay, so what I'm known for doing is I'll buy 2 or 3 of an item. Like, okay, for example, last Halloween, I took these, it's a mirror with a skull on it, and then it had this very cheap black plastic around it. Well, I took those and made them look like they were brass with a brass etched mirror. So, for example, I'll post the supplies the night before so you know what you're getting, or a couple days before, so you'll know what the project list is, and then I'll work up the project on my own before I even post that to make sure the project works.
Right.
And then I'll usually post after photos after the live feed.
Well, Doc just suggested he would like to see, how about a time-lapse video of a refurbish?
What would what now be?
Make a... Oh, Blackout's number 100. Yay, 100 subs. We made it. We're the big time now, guys.
Yay.
Thanks for all the love, man. Once we get shows rolling, I have confidence that we are going to well break our sub needs as trust. Once these shows start popping off a little more than, once we get back to what we used to do, I should say. How about that, right?
Yeah.
So Doc was saying a time-lapse video of you working on something. You know what I mean? Like doing a refurbished show or whatever, transformation of a piece,
We could do that. We could do time lapse.
Hey, Blackout, hit me up. Since you're the 100th sub, maybe we can talk sometime. I can hook you up with some graphic work on a low and free, 100 sub ought to win something,
And also, if he wants to do if he wants to take the whole project video and do time lapse for me, I'd be very, very willing to
I don't think
work with him on that.
Doc's pretty busy. He's just saying you should make one.
Oh, well, yeah, the problem is I don't know how to do that. I'm not even going to front. It's a wonder I can log into Discord and not crash our system.
Let's give a thumbs up for those people who are not as tech savvy as others. Thumbs up on the video for that, guys. Thumbs up for Sasha.
And remember that just because someone might not be savvy at one thing doesn't mean they don't have other skill sets.
Oh, we all got something. That's
there you go.
That's what teamwork means. Like, you're my number, my number two, so to speak, and I'm your number two, I guess. Like that's how we work. I don't know, numbers and things.
Yeah. We all have different things that are strengths and different things that are weaknesses.
Right.
And the trick is to take the things that are weaknesses, and though they may not ever be our strong suit, I will probably never be good with technology. My husband likes to joke that it's like watching, who was it? The guy from DMX use a computer when he bought the brand new iMac, and he did a live feed of him yelling at this computer that was supposed to be fully automated. And Veracity is like, that is so you every time you get technology. So while I may never be great at technology, I'm really good at projects. So I've learned to be very nice to people that do know how to do technology. Hell, that's the whole reason I married my husband, don't you know?
Right.
I'm just kidding. But so, you learn to kind of trade skills with people.
It's working with people. Like, you just gotta help people. You know what I mean? Like.
Right.
And it wasn't. I'm real talk. If it wasn't for half these guys in the chat, this channel wouldn't even be taken off the way it is. So thank you guys for popping in and helping. We appreciate you.
Pretty much.
It's one and the same. I was checking out some things today, though. I saw, this might be interesting to some of you, and maybe you, Sasha. There's the Halloween sequel trailers. Have you seen these?
No, I have not seen those. I am excited for scary stories. That is where my energy is going right now. And for Death Stranding, I'm waiting for Death Stranding too.
Yeah, well, This is what happened. They put a teaser trailer out for Halloween 2 and 3. It's Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends.
Well then.
And that's the new, like, based on the one that John Carpenter just put out, So they're continuing the storyline, which is exciting, I think. I don't know. I know Easy likes that Michael Myers. Doc says, wifey married me for the free sex. Blackout is a very skilled artist. Awesome. Well, maybe you don't need me then. Well, maybe if you want to come on and say hi sometime, Blackout. How about that? That'll work. I don't know. I feel like you should win some. I'm borderline. Jolly Roger says, I'm borderline technically retarded, but I'm good with a wrench, and I'm an asshole. So I got that going for me.
I'm borderline too. No, I'm just playing.
I'm borderline. Gonna put my pants back on, man. No. It's way too hot.
I'm just borderline in general, don't you know?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. Cool. Yes, the Halloween trailer is exciting. I also saw Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is getting a re-hit. They're going to redo that movie. That's going to be exciting for me. I like that shit. You know.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see how they're going to do it, though. Probably going to be CGI, because everything's CGI these days. So, is somebody trying to add me? So yeah, that's exciting. Hold up.
Remember when my mother wanted to add you and she literally did not know how to add you, and she thought she could add you from the live feed? Remember that? I
do, yes.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That was amusing. Yes, Blackout, there's Attack of the Killer Tomatoes remake coming out. It's exciting. I don't know. Have you seen the original, Sasha? Do you know anything about the Killer Tomatoes?
Yeah, actually, did you ever see the old cheesy 80s cartoon that went with it, too?
Yes.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yep.
Yeah, that was great.
Well, yeah. Then they had the NES game, and all that other crap that went with it, but I remember the sequels they spawned. They had a John Aston, Gomez Adams from the Adams Family, Black and White, right? Do you remember that show?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Gomez played this character in it, I guess. The guy John Aston, right? Um, Doctor Green Thumb or something was supposed to be like the villain or some shit. I kind of remember. I don't know. Anyways, yes, the cartoon was funny. That was Fox, wasn't it? Wasn't that like Fox Saturday morning?
Was it? Yes, and then I think it went to USA Cartoon Express.
I forgot about the Cartoon Express, Sasha.
I used to
Jeez.
watch Jana of the Jungle, like that was like my favorite show. And Danger Mouse, I loved me some Danger Mouse.
See, now Danger Mouse I caught
That
on
was
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon back in the day. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
and Count Duckula.
Oh, Danger Mouse was where it was at though.
Yeah, yeah. That was
Danger Mouse was like Bay for life. I'm telling you.
Bay for life. Critters
Yeah.
trailer. There was a Critters trailer that I missed.
Yes, there was a Critters trailer.
Apparently it's
Whoever
horrible.
said that is correct.
Well, Doc says it's horrible. Blackout seems to think it's bad. Reboot of Rubber. I didn't even know they were making a reboot of Rubber. I don't even Rubber. What was that?
Rubber. Yeah, what I don't know about that one.
Flubber? Rubber.
Flubber, rubber, I don't, who knows.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Seashells by the seashore.
Right. Oh,
Right.
while you're here, we're gonna interview Doc soon. I'm gonna make that happen.
Okay, okay.
And we have to interview Irate Prostate too.
That is just the wildest name, I'm here to tell you. Like,
Yeah.
Irate prostate, like, okay. As long as you're having your checkups there, buddy. As long as you're having your checkups.
Well, speaking of Irate, he's got a show at 10 o'clock tonight. The Cream Stream, ice cream and goodies and all sorts of stuff. It's a fun little show.
That's pretty cool.
You got to make some time to hop on there sometime with us. That you would enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
Rubber was about an evil tire that kills. Oh yeah, I remember that. Like,
I do remember Rubber. I do.
okay, wasn't that like Netflix or something? I saw that on.
I don't know.
I can't
I don't know.
remember.
I feel like it was part of Shudder.
Shudder, maybe.
But I swear I remember seeing that on VHS, which we used to be bad back in the day. They had two versions of Jack Frost. They had a kids version, and then they had a horror movie by the same name.
Oh my god, yeah, I
And
remember it.
my ex and I used to rent videos, and we would switch the cases. So we did that with Jack Frost, and we did that with Free Willy and Orca the Killer Whale.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. We probably did not make any friends at Hollywood Video back in the day.
Fucking
But,
Hollywood
yeah,
Video.
Or was it Family Video? It was one or the other.
Well-
I think it was Family Video.
We had a Hollywood up down the way here back when I was younger.
Yeah.
Hobo with a shotgun. Yeah, Doc, that was a good one too.
That was a good one. And 31 was really good too.
Wait a minute. Blackout says they're making Critters into a TV show. What?
Yeah, that is right. Yep, that is right.
Pickle says the Cream Stream is the weekly world news of Florida. Man. It truly is. It's a fun show. Like crazy stuff. Well, okay, what were you saying? 31?
31, the Rob Zombie movie was amazing.
Yo, that was nuts. Like, that was nuts.
The thing that killed me, the thing that literally slayed me was, what is it, Doomhead?
Yeah, Doomhead.
And he stole the show. He was only in it for like 10 minutes in that opening monologue. I was just hooked. It was amazing. Amazing.
Amazeballs.
Yeah.
Ay. What else? I saw another remake was coming out of something. Well, first off, do we need to even bring up the Jumanji thing? Is that a sequel?
You do not remake Jumanji.
Was that
Will Smith should not be the genie in Aladdin.
Oh no. You really think that?
Robin Williams. Those roles are, may they rest in peace. Those roles are done.
It's hard to say though. Jolly Roger demands a sequel of Hardcore Henry. And Doc is saying the Hollywood Video was black and red, Family Video was green and orange. Does that sound right?
Does what now? Hollywood Video was green and orange? Yes.
No, Hollywood Video was black and red. Family Video, green and orange.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Okay, you with us? You all right?
I am here.
Okay. Jumanji reboot was okay. I don't know.
I
I
was
didn't see
actually
any of this.
plugging my phone in. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah,
I'm not playing Sonic in the Dojo, I
I'm
promise.
making sure I'm going to keep on you about this.
I'm good. I'm
Oh,
good.
I trust you.
No, you don't, but that's okay, because you shouldn't.
It's all right. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Jay and Silent Bob, the trailer for that. Did you catch that?
Yes, and apparently they're like kind of ripping on their former selves, and it's supposed to be really good. We looked at it at first and we were like, oh no, that's a hack move to redo the whole movie, blah, 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 blah. And then we realized that it's the same characters ripping on who they used to be, and that sounds amazing. I will sign on for that.
I'm okay with it. It sounds like fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a laugh riot. I'm down. And then Killer Clowns from Outer Space, of course.
What, they're redoing that?
No, no, no. But
Oh,
it's I almost think they should.
come on.
I don't know, man.
Maybe. The classic's cheesy and great though. Like,
It is. It is.
you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Mm. But I can't, like, honestly, I can't think of any movies that I'm that excited to go see right now.
No.
Nothing's catching my eye, man.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm drawing blanks. I'm trying to think of anything that I would like to see. Maybe the Killer Tomato thing when that comes out. Yeah. Okay, sure. I might be down for Silent Bob. Oh,
Yeah.
pants we can talk later. Got you, Doc. Yeah, hit me up with that DL information. I'm all about getting some info. And one of these times, like I said, I got to get you and Doc and a couple of guys in the chat. We got to just kick it for a few. You know?
That sounds like a solid plan.
Yeah. So I also, regarding show schedules, since we're all here, I was thinking even doing a bi-weekly thing, or just as the mood strikes us, pop something up. I'd like to do at least bi-weekly, you know? But
Yeah, I would too. I would actually like to ideally do weekly so I can check in and we can talk about the projects for the week. Maybe we can get Pants to do some live projects. That would be pretty
I
cool.
was considering doing some like live pixel art stuff, because that's what I'm playing with right now. I'm gonna reveal some stuff I've been talking vaguely over the past few weeks on various shows about. So
Why not combine the two? Like we could do your pixel art on my projects. Why not?
that'd be easy to do. I mean, I just have to send you the designs. Yeah, there we go, guys. Hire us. We'll make custom pixel arts on any piece of whatever you want. How about that? We'll make it happen, right? Um,
Yeah.
what was I saying though? Yeah, so at least what I'm trying to do. Okay, there's an animated series I'm trying to finalize ideas for at this point that I'd like to work on. Basic, you know, basic art stuff, but it's something fun to do. I'm also trying to make this little intro sequence with all the people that mess with us, for the video, for the dojo. It's been a crazy time, and I'm just really excited about what the future is going to hold for us as long as we keep pushing on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should get a lot more projects going and do a more regular show. And yeah.
Well, I'll put it this way. The more people that show up here and hang out with us, the more inclined I am to work on things. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Straight
for
up.
sure.
Like, I'm keeping it real. Like, there's t-shirt and merch designs I'm talking on. I'm totally going to capitalize on this Area 51 thing, by the way. I have a design I'm working on for a shirt, and I'm going to get that up real soon, and everyone's going to want it because it's going to be awesome. I don't know.
That would be dope.
That would be fun.
Your stuff is always really good, though. Like, I like the stuff that you do.
I'm cartoony. I'm no... There's other artists that I like, you know what I mean? I like to keep my stuff
Yeah.
simple and just fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, Doc might have Chioda Brothers, huh? Yeah, you might have some booked for November. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
You know, I want to speak on something. Doc did an interview with Tracy Smothers, the old wrestler from back in the day. Do you remember that name? I know you weren't big into wrestling, but
I do know that name. I do.
yeah, he just had him in an interview not long ago, which I caught some of that, and that was cool. It's really exciting. Um, I'm just shouting out Doc a lot because he's here, you know, and I'm really appreciative of him showing up and hanging out.
So who else is here? Let's talk about
Let's scroll. We got, it says Doc's here. Jolly Roger, Bilgewater. You haven't met him yet. Pickle.
Okay.
Obviously, you know.
Yay, Pickle!
Gaming and Yelling, if he's still here. Easy. Of course.
Easy, Mr. 606.
And we got Blackout, our newly arrived friend.
Sorry, for those of you that I don't sound as plussed about, like, it's not that I'm nonplussed.
Yo.
It's that some of these people we've shouted out I know really, really well, and I miss them.
Pinoid News, my man Tom P is in the house. I am in Discord Easy. We're hanging out. Pinoid, I was on his show last night hanging out with them guys. Shout out to Pinoid XL too. That was quite, they did the Corvette unveiling last night.
Oh, yeah?
That was fun. I don't know.
That is cool.
I don't know a lot about vehicles, but I learned a lot hanging out. I like hanging out and looking at cars. They're fucking cool looking, you know? We talked some politics for a minute. It was a good night. Doc interviewed Blackout. I forgot about that. I did see something like that pop out. He interviewed me as well. Doc is the first time I've done an interview in years. I want to shout out to him for that again. Thank you. And Pinoid, thanks again for last night. It was fun. Got to get you on this stuff with us sometime soon, man. Pinoid's very outspoken, Sasha.
That's good. That's good. Outspoken is good. Life's too short to be quiet all the time.
Turns out he's like an hour away from me too.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Crazy. It was good. Like, that was a fun time. I can't wait for you to interact with these people. I'm so excited. Sasha, we have an Easy sitting in the waiting room. What do you want me to do about that?
Let's let him in.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, let's let him in.
Okay, Sasha's giving me permission. Easy has to unmute himself, but he's here. I don't know. Easy's here sitting. But, I don't know. Any of you guys that have the Discord, I guess pop in if you want to say hi. If Sasha's okay with it.
Easy. Come out and play.
Let me try this. Nope.
No.
Rest well, Blackout. Thanks. We're hanging out here for a bit, and I'm going to hop over to Irates later. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you. Where'd he go? Easy. There. Oh, you had it. You were right there. Hold on. I gotta fix something here, I think. We're just gonna move you to... There you go. I fixed it.
The bed.
What's up, buddy? Sorry about that. I was having some issues.
It's all good, man. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. So guess what? Oh, we got a Tom Pinoid too. Hold that thought. I'm gonna throw Pinoid. I'm gonna fix these rolls as I need to. Pinoid's here. Hi, Pinoid. You're very quiet.
Hi.
So what's going on, guys?
What's up, buddy?
What are you up to, Mr. Easy 606?
Hey, you know me, chilling, eating bananas, all that cool shit.
My shit hooked up to the Bluetooth stereo in the truck, man. I was like, yo, I gotta not.
Oh, hey, there he is.
Yeah, man, I'm a pan-gender Bolivian flute playing gorilla king whose proper
Whoop,
pronouns pimp named Slick.
So, hi, that's Pinoid.
Hi.
What up?
What's up?
I was just on a stream with a female and she started talking shit, and I was like, yo, why is there half a person talking shit right
Oh. Oh, damn, yo. So, what's good, man? How are you guys? You guys good tonight?
I'm in New York.
You're up in New York?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Laying in the back of a truck right now.
Somebody's
Debating on when I'm
feed
going
is cutting out. There's a lot of feedback going on.
Yeah, he's out in New York right now on mobile.
Oh. Pants, where's this link? You said you posted it on my feed.
It's in your comments. You got to find it.
It's not.
It is.
I'm looking at it.
It's
It's not there. No, it's not. I promise.
I'm going right there right now.
I'm looking. It definitely
Where the hell did it go?
Yeah, it's not there.
Okay. I don't know what the hell. Facebook's failing, by the way. I'm just going to tell you that straight up.
You still use Facebook?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's
right. If I go live on Facebook, I literally get like 5K watches while I'm live. If I do it on anything else, I don't.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I'm stuck with Facebook. It is what it is.
We're trying to drag him over to the YouTube, though. Trying.
Well, we're going to start doing both, where we do the live on Facebook, but then we do a sped up version on YouTube and post it later kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nah. What you should do is like, here's what we did a lot of times, like in order to like bump up streams, get people over to other channels on YouTube or whatever. Like, go on Facebook and just have like a feed that says click the link below to watch me live, and it like takes you over to the.
Yeah, except I got blocked for that. The only ban I almost caught was for doing that. I don't know why, but that's the thing.
I don't know. I've never had any problems, but
probably because of the amount of followers I have. They don't want me taking my followers to a different platform, I'm sure.
Well, maybe. I think it's Russian bots.
Could be. You never know.
Pickle says to make him a sandwich, Tom.
Yo, look, man. I'm gonna say praise Gherkin. All right, and I got love for, you know what I mean, the pickle Jesus and shit. But you know, like, you can't be over here telling me to make you a fucking sandwich, because I'm gonna have to cut you up, put you on that motherfucker, and we both don't want that. All right, it's gonna be a lot of screaming and whining. Not cool.
Yes, there's your answer. So Easy, what's going on with you, buddy?
Shit, we chilling, brother.
Yeah, what do you got going on? I know you were talking about you had some streams happening soon or something.
What's that?
I can't talk. You just did so. You had 3 videos up on your page. You were saying.
Oh yeah. I posted 3 new videos on the YouTube channel.
Yes, there it is.
Last week. I'm gonna post another one tomorrow, bro.
Tomorrow, that's right. I know we were talking a little bit about that tonight, or last night rather.
Yeah, I got 2 different podcasts. I do one weekly and then the other one bi-weekly.
Monkey Business, right?
Monkey Business is bi-weekly,
right.
And Fat Kid Snack Club is weekly.
See, Sasha?
Yeah, Snack Club. I'm all about Snack Club, but what's the first rule of Snack Club?
Don't talk about Snack Club?
No, always talk about Snack Club.
I don't know how this works. Right on, Pinoid. Good. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Nice to see you. He's gonna go to sleep now, he says.
Good night, Pinoid.
He's a trucker. He does things.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Hey Doc, if you're not doing anything, you should stop over on Discord and say hi. I know how much you love it.
Discord? Did you just call it Discord? You did. You
That
did.
that's what Doc calls it because he hates it. But it'd be a good chance for you guys to meet each other.
Yay.
I think I'm fixing all the roles back to what they were because I don't want to mess with this stuff anymore.
Right on.
Oh, anyways. Sean Rushford. What's up, buddy? Hey. Welcome to YouTube. We're having fun over here talking about things. For those just joining us, we got Easy606, Sasha Doll, and myself. It's 7:44 p.m. on the East Coast, and we're in the dojo.
And not playing Sonic.
Not playing Sonic.
No, we're updating the Facebook and, doing all our Dollhouse radio stuff. You know how it goes.
She's working on Dollhouse. I got the dojo working over here. We got some things going on, guys.
The dojo.
So I think I'm going to scrap the ninja gimmick, and we're going to go with a teddy bear.
No.
A teddy bear.
I don't know. A big pink teddy bear with a rainbow on his chest, like the Care Bears.
Yeah.
Aww. I'll be Rainbow Bear. That won't send off mixed signals, will it?
No. You should put like a nice little triangle on your t-shirt or your cape. No one would misconstrue that. You'll be all right.
Yeah, so this show is Welcome Back, Sasha. And we're talking about some things that we got going on, like we were talking.
And then we should upload your videos to meatspin.com.
Oh,
and
no.
no one could ever, like...
That's... Meatspin.com.
Easy, don't go there. Don't do it. Oh, man. I heard Trippy was on that one. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to Trippy. I wish you were here, buddy. Pickle, if you're not doing anything, stop in and say hi. Because I see you lurking, you gherkin.
One more time. What was that again, Pants?
Which part?
Meatspin.com?
Yes, meatspin.com.
Could you spell that?
THAT.
Could you use that in a sentence, please?
Easy is about to look up meatspin.com.
So, while we're talking about shout-outs, some of you guys remember Miss Hope from the Super Deluxe Best Friends Fun Time show. And she just got accepted for her first paid gig. I can't say much, but she's been trying to be an actress for a really long time. Well, she is an actress. She's awesome. But she's been trying to get paid work for a while, and this is like a legit TV spot. Before anyone decides to get cute. No, it's a legit TV spot. I can't say much, but I'm really, really proud of her. So I just had to put that out there because she just messaged me and I could not give her the attention she deserved because I'm on live. And then I was like, oh, wait, but I can announce what she's doing.
Well, shout out to Hope. What can I say?
I'm super proud of her. She's been really trying with this dream for a while. And she's getting it.
That's what's
I got a new film coming out, guys.
What do you got?
It's a new film.
Oh?
Yeah. It's called Rumble in the Jungle.
Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah. It's sponsored by meatspin.com.
Oh, nice. Is that official sponsor of Easy606?
Yeah, Rumble in the Jungle, coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah, bestiality.com.
That's fucked up. Well,
Gorilla on gorilla action.
You can find this all on the Discovery Channel. I think
you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
But this is exciting. So oh, hi, Pickle. Hi.
Hi.
There you are. What's up, buddy?
Hello, Pickle.
Just slid in.
Pickle just slid in my DMs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm just relaxing a little bit before work and the cream stream.
Yeah, the weekly world news, as you put it.
Yes, the weekly world news of Florida Man. We read off insane articles from across the world.
Yeah, it's true. It was fun. Sasha, you definitely got to make some time one of these Fridays.
For sure, for sure.
Irate would love you. I guarantee it.
I'm all about it. I'm all about it. So today is Friday. So next Friday, how about we plan for next Friday? Since I'm announcing it now, you know I won't back out later.
Next Friday.
But if I go, yeah, we should do this, I won't ever do it. So let's plan on next Friday.
Well, I'll talk to Irate and see what he says.
Sounds good.
I'm checking my schedule now. Gotta fire up the old ninja book here.
Let me check my Palm Pilot.
Hey everybody, just hit my beeper if you need me. Shoot, I don't work until Tuesday. That's awesome.
Beepers are horrible.
Friday should not be a problem for me.
Beepers were horrible.
Next Friday I get out of work at like 3:30 and I'm off till Monday.
Nice.
Beepers are horrible.
Page me 911.
I had a beeper.
Did you?
It was horrible.
Sasha, did you ever have a beeper?
Yes, I did. It was bright pink, and then it later became a taser, but we're not going to talk about that.
Hashtag hash brown that shit.
Yeah, there you go. Can we just talk about this? No, we cannot, because I'm under an NDA.
Can we just talk about, this feels like an old school dojo right here, if I ever seen one. Like, straight up.
Sasha's got restraining orders, guys. Leave her alone.
You can't.
Against people, yeah.
Speaking of which, Easy, should you be here right now?
Hey, I'm not allowed within 100 feet of her. Not on the internet.
That's different.
You drink someone's bathwater once, right? I'll tell you.
Exactly. I get caught in a tree beside her house with binoculars, and I'm a bad guy.
Right.
My question is, why are you spying on the neighbors, though?
I want to know how I got in that tree.
Gorillas can climb. Okay, it was a very big tree.
That's what all my bitches tell me.
It's a solid wood.
No, we got hashtag. What was the old hashtag, Sasha? Bring them out for me.
Can we just talk about this? Bus Deckard. You got Bus Deckard.
Oh God, yes.
The guy we made change his name.
Do we want? Should we bring this up?
Yes, we should. We can talk about this. Yes,
Sasha,
we can.
I'm gonna let you take the floor a minute. Go, please start talking.
Okay, so there was this guy, and his name was David J. Busdecker. Busdecker. And this guy, and I rarely see these anymore. Thank God. I haven't in like a couple of years. And so if I see these, I'm going to be very upset. And people will get blocked, and the deans of their colleges will know, and their wives and girlfriends and probably parents. And believe me, you don't want to try this with me. But so anyways, this one particular unfortunate individual decided to not take a picture during the event. No, this fool gets his business all over himself, waits till the swelling goes down, and then snaps the picture. So you see a grown man covered in his own business on his back with his limp little business hanging there, and then he takes the picture. So he had time to fully think about this, which is why we burned him. And so, there were memes, and, it got so bad that now he goes by David Buskin instead of Bus Decker, because we burned him so badly that, like, he couldn't even show his face on the internet anymore at all.
People want to get on and be pervs about shit and take things to a different level. We're just here to balance the karma out.
And it's like, I've seen my fair share of, erect businesses, and it's not like I wanted to see them, but it's like, you can kind of overlook that. It's like, oh, here's another fuckboy in my inbox. Okay. And obviously that doesn't happen anymore because I'm legendary for what I do. So don't anyone try that, obviously. But this guy just went next level. Like, you had time to be out of the heat of the moment when your business went back down to normal size, which was nothing to write home about. And so you had time to actually think about that and you still did it. Like, that's just next level to me. And so, the fact that you would lay there in your own mess and not in the heat of the moment and take a picture, like, I don't know why you thought that would go any other way. Like,
It's pretty gross, guys.
yeah, it was pretty gross. And I mean, and we're not just talking a little. It looked like multiple sessions because dude was completely covered in his own spunk, like literally. It was the nastiest thing I have ever seen. And you know, and then not only did he do that to me, but he found my mother and went and did that to her. And that's why we burned him, because my mom like was barely even on social media. She followed me just because I'm her kid, and it was the only way for her to stay connected with me, since I did what kids do and grew up and moved out and got married. And so my mom, just because she followed me, now has to deal with this dude covered in his own jizz. Like, no,
That's
we're
not how
not
you.
playing that.
That's not how
Yeah.
you pick up a lady, unless that's what
No,
they ask you
no,
for.
no, no. And so literally I found everyone on his friends list, and Veracity and Pants and a few other people helped.
I plead the
And
fifth.
we literally made sure that everybody knew how disgusting he was. We made sure his own mother saw it. That one was my doing. I'll fully admit to that. We made sure his own mother saw it. That his boss at work, who was on his Facebook, got to see what he does on company time, because he did it on company time. And so yeah, when all was said and done, and it didn't require threats, and it didn't require anything done out in public. You know what I mean? It was all done behind the scenes very carefully. We were making sure he didn't feel threatened. We weren't coming after him in person. We were just simply making sure that everybody in his life knew that he assaulted me. Like, because that is assault. I don't care who you are. You can't walk around in the mall and whip it out to some hot girl in the food court. You can't do it in Messenger either.
Not unless
You know
they
what I
ask
mean?
for it.
That's
Well,
assault of the eyes.
but then why would you be doing that on Facebook anyhow? Wouldn't, if somebody wanted to see that, they should probably have your phone number for that.
Probably,
That
but still, like, it
Yeah,
happens. I
yeah.
know it happens,
Well,
and
I mean, I'm sure, but the bottom line is,
it's not cool that
and,
it happened. Like someone just here, like that's not how it works, guys. If
right.
I'm
And I'd never spoken to him, and I didn't know him. I literally accepted a friend request with him, and suddenly at 3 a.m. while we were live, boom, here's this in my inbox. At the same time, my mother wakes up and goes, "Oh my God, is this one of your special fans?" And I was like, "Oh boy." And so it's like, and to be fair, there are women that are creeps too.
oh yeah,
Veracity's had it in his inbox before. Some big old girl, covered in whatever, marital aid in her hand, whatever. And it's like, nobody wants to see that. That's disgusting. That is assault to me. And I think that you should be able to be prosecuted for that. You know what I mean? You are literally assaulting someone. You don't know what's happened to me in my past, or what's happened to someone else in theirs.
right.
And so, you don't know what, as humans, we've all lived through an inordinate amount of BS, because that's what life is. And so you could be triggering someone to self harm for all you know. Like, luckily, that wasn't the case with me. But I have a friend that, she was very seriously assaulted growing up. And, she ended up becoming lesbian, and she was getting dick pics like that in her inbox, and it was causing her to self-harm because it was bringing up her traumatic past. And so it's very serious when you do that to somebody. You don't know what you're doing just because you're in the heat of the moment. Facebook is not a dating site. It's not. If you want to be sending out pics like that, get a Snapchat, get a Tinder, get one of those things. I don't have those apps. Why? Because I'm not into that. And so anyone that's going to send me something like that, I'm going to stand up for every single person that's ever had to look at that, and I'm going to tear someone to the ground. Believe that.
I can't clap.
So,
I don't have a clap
Can we,
thing.
can we get a standing ovation, please?
I have a standing ovulation right now.
a standing ovariation.
Yeah. I support ladies' rights and guys' rights and everything in between, Whatever. Listen, if y'all want to grow up and be mashed potatoes, just do it. Whatever. I'm just saying you gotta have respect for people, man, and respect for yourself. We're not animals anymore. Like now, truth be told, there are some
Speak for
people.
yourself.
Okay, present company excluded, right? But like,
Or let's be decent about it. At least
yeah.
get a premium Snapchat like I got. You know what I'm saying?
Premium Snapchats. I
You
mean,
filthy whore.
whatever. I plead the fifth on anything I may have done in my life. Is all I'm saying. Let's just not send people pictures that they don't want to see. Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. And if you do, if you f with anyone that ever comes into the dojo, we will assault you. No, I'm just kidding. That's a joke, guys, and we're not assaulting anybody. But
At least not today.
this guy, I saw what happened. It was, you don't send pics. Moving on, though. That was a crazy story.
It
Hashtag
was, but that's
hashtag
what
hash
happened.
brown.
So by the time we were done, this guy like literally changed his name. He doesn't put pictures of himself up anymore. His profile is private, and to me, that is a win.
Hey,
Because when someone has offended me and people that I care about with things of a sexual nature, they should not feel safe just having their picture out on Facebook and all their contact information. Because, you didn't know what was going on in my head when you sent that. So I don't care what's going on in your life. You've affected yourself at that point. You
right?
played yourself, homie.
What was that?
Not me.
Sorry, that was me.
No.
He got a new banana.
He burped into his microphone and it came out a special sound.
Doodaloo.
I've done that before.
I have my own burp soundboard.
Yes, I was trying to find my soundboard as well.
It's free real estate. Oh.
So, yeah, we've had some crazy things happen in the old days, and we're looking forward to the new days, though.
Word.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
So, did you guys get a chance to peep the video here? What do you think of the layout? What do I need to do?
Looks good.
We're testing.
You need to use a different pickle, but
I like that pickle.
I hate that one.
He's in a pair of pants. It's funny.
It's ridiculous.
It is. I just pulled that up because that was the one I saw. The live chat thing I had on the right, but it wasn't working properly. I have to edit that.
I mean, I could send you the buff pickle, which is the one I've been using.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that one. I'll look right now. Let me see. Do I have buff pickle? I do not.
Buff pickle.
Yeah, did you see? You haven't seen buff pickle yet, have you?
No.
I thought I had this. Thank you. Let me see.
I'll just put it in the Ryokan also.
Okay. Graphics. We're changing the pickle out. There we go. Now we gotta just bring him up a little. Shrink him down. We're shrinking our pickle, guys.
Oh my.
There we go. Sasha, I'll send you this. Did you see it? Or I gotta send it to you on Facebook.
No, but shout out to us for going from talking about dudes covered in their own juices to random stuff. Like, I don't know.
Shrinking the pickle.
Shrinking the pickle, yeah.
Well, I put it in the Ryokan in the Discord, so it's.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I love that. He almost looks like an upside down cactus. I love it.
My co-host does all my avatars. He's criminally underrated. He doesn't think he's that good, so.
He's pretty good.
Yes, he is.
I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just gotta convince him to edit mouth flaps for this pickle and to get me the arm cutaways so I can get those.
I think this week I might do a project where those of us from the Dojo Pants and Friends, I think I might recreate us as different green things. Like, pickle would be pickle. Maybe I'll be a cactus. Pants might be, I don't even know, lettuce with a samurai suit. I don't know. Just something fun. Something random. Why not?
Cabbage. I want to be cabbage. Or a zucchini. What else is
You
green?
could be a zucchini. You could
Oh,
be a zucchini or cabbage. Cabbage might be funny.
you can.
Cabbage because of the obvious like Asian reference with kimchi.
Well,
The pantsless kimchi. That would be pants.
ooh, you can just make me seaweed wrap.
I could. Naughty.
Nori. For those that didn't know what nori is, that's what it is.
Mhm.
I try to simplify things for the audience. Although I think in this day and age, most of us know what nori is.
Yes.
Yeah, and gari, which is ginger. Inari, which is inari is awesome. That's actually my favorite Japanese food. It's like a really thin phyllo dough packet almost with special sweetened condensed milk rice in it, and it's supposed to be an offering to the fox god Inari. And like that's where that specific dish originated from. And that's my favorite. If I had to pick a favorite, that and miso soup. Those are my two favorites.
Miso soup.
Miso soup.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I need to find a charger. Hold on.
Well,
That charger was not working, and I just realized because my iPhone just told me I'm at 5%, but I got it. We're good. We good.
Sitting steady on 6 watching right now. That's pretty cool.
How
Yes,
many?
it is. 6.
That's what it says, 6. The replay value is where I hit.
Yeah, replay value is always where it's at. Unless it's a Facebook Live, you're going to do better on replay.
Well,
I don't get any replay value usually.
Well, I notice this, okay? When I do a live stream, I have maybe 6, 8, 10 sometimes. But I'll get like 30 or 40 on the replay. You know what I mean? Which is cool. It's a slow start, but like I said, once we start pulling better content out here, I think we'll be good. You know?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which reminds me, actually, Irate wanted me in August for an interview.
Awesome.
I forgot. I'll have to remind me to ask him tonight about that.
Will do.
I think he wants to interview me. I wanted Sasha. You got to line up with Doc, man, and he wanted to. Was talking about interviewing you at some point.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That'd be fun.
Doc is good, people.
Doc and Irate do a hell of a job with their interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean that. Like, it's nice to see, you know. I was honestly thinking about steering clear of interviews, but I don't know, man. I don't know where to take the show some days, you know.
Oh, I know. I was trying to steer clear of being interviewed myself, and then suddenly, bam, got interviewed by Irate, and then this Tuesday, before my own show, I'm getting interviewed over on Doctor on Call.
Tuesday, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Easy, that reminds me. I want to do a sit down with you again, and you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Easy knows he's always welcome on my show at any time.
I always got something going on. I always got something to talk about.
Yeah, man. I'd love to jump on a Fat Kid thing with you sometime, man.
Oh, most definitely. Got to figure out a way to do it.
There's a way. I'll just come down to Kentucky. It's fine.
Hey, that's how we've been doing it.
You know, maybe I will, Easy. I think I'm long overdue to have a sit down with you. We'll figure that out. I gotta make it. I want to get Earl again.
No shit.
Like, I just want to sit down with Earl one time.
You want to get on that Earl Wallace shit?
Yeah. I'm not sure what he's been doing lately.
For a while. I ran into him quite a few times there for a while when he was doing tour work with Anybody Killer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks like he's starting his label back up.
Oh yeah.
And is going to be pushing it pretty hard from the last. At least that's the last I saw.
Are you there?
Good.
Oh, we're here.
Okay.
Which is good because him and Freddie do good shit.
I just saw Freddie's not doing the gathering this year.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's like what, the first year since ever?
Yeah, probably, yeah. I guess they got a new location too.
No.
I don't know. I haven't paid attention in a while, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck
Excuse me, I'm just dying over here. Oh, I gotta get a drink here.
Whoop.
Whoop whoop. So, yesterday was a really good day. That's all I got to say. I feel like I'm boring, but like yesterday was fun. Like I'm still getting birthday love. Thank you guys again. Like messages, I didn't, I don't know. It's a lot of people, more than I expected,
Yeah, some jackass had to post it in your Discord.
Hold on,
Yeah.
guys. It sounds like there's like copies of the conversation from everyone but Pants. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. The speakerphone thing is having a feedback issue.
Yeah, somebody is definitely.
Well,
Pants, yours seems okay, but then Easy and Pickle, when I hear you guys, it sounds like it's feeding back.
I think it's easy. I think you're feeding back, brother.
Oh, it might be. I don't have my headphones or nothing.
Oh, word. Yeah. That's probably what you hear, Sasha. There you go.
Yeah.
Let me mute myself until I talk.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, you're good, brother.
Aww. Don't go. We'll deal with the noise. I just
I'm
what
not.
it was.
I'm not going nowhere. I'm just muting myself until I speak.
Oh.
And I know I shouldn't be getting any sort of echo on my end.
Wow. Low-key just posted something about Area 51.
Oh?
It says official Area 51 prediction: 5 to 10,000 people actually show up. Like 10 to 20 actually try to go in, get arrested, maybe a few shot, and the rest get stranded in the desert a la Fire Fest with no food, water, or gas as the internet roasts the shit out of them. Oh, hello, Doc.
Good evening, everyone. I'm almost finished with this graphic, but I need Pickle's help.
I know.
Oh God.
There's not.
I know.
I'll put it in the. I'll put it in the Discord.
The Discord. I see it. Hey, Sasha, this is Doc, by the way.
Hi, Doc.
Hello, Sasha. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you, finally.
Nice to meet you as well. I have heard a lot of fine things about you.
Same. Same.
Oh, I can tell you they're lies.
What's up, bro? Yeah. Thanks for hopping on, man.
No problem. I don't know, Pickle. Are you going to be drinking when we're doing the interview?
I could be.
I can be, he says.
I'm not twisting your arm here. I'm just saying. If you're drinking, I might try to mirror what you're drinking.
That's hard to do because I got lucky and I found a bottle of Crown Maple. Well, the problem is they've retired the fucking flavor.
Oh.
What flavor, Crown?
I bet you
Maple.
could order something similar from Canada, Pickle.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that maple, eh?
What's
like
this
it.
maple all about? What's the maple about, ooh?
It's just delicious.
That's great. I love the doctor on call. That's wonderful.
Uh-huh.
Is he a mummy? Is that what that is? Or am I misreading that?
Am I a what?
A mummy on the doctor on call.
Actually, it's a mix of two different characters.
Okay.
From comic books, The Unknown Soldier.
Okay, cool.
and the original Invisible Man.
You know, I did get the Invisible Man vibe thing with the mummy. That's more what I meant. I just didn't quite speak correctly. But you know, the unknown character, that's pretty cool too. I'm gonna go ahead. Is it okay if I go ahead and post that in the comments?
Which one?
I was gonna post that in the comments on my post about being live.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm unfinished because the most sinful thing that's in that picture is the fact that there's just a glass of water sitting on the desk.
Yeah, I love it.
And I can't have that.
No.
Glass
That'll
of water.
melt you, yeah.
I might have shared the image briefly on the video. Maybe.
Also,
I might be shouting you out right now. Maybe.
You're okay. You're all right, mate.
Yay!
But yeah, here's the big key. Anytime that I didn't do an interview, you can tell what I'm drinking because the ad card has the bottle of liquor that I'll be drinking that night.
That's awesome. A little touch of love from Doc.
That's an Easter egg.
That's the best way to put it. Hell yeah. I didn't even realize that was Tuesday. I'll try to stop in and say hi. I'll check my work schedule.
awesome.
Well, it's funny because you were talking about replay, and 25% of my hits come live. The rest of it is all on replay.
It's funny how that works out too. Like I was even considering making shorter videos and stuff just to have more replay value. Like quick, okay, that's done, move on. You know.
Yeah.
But 2-hour blocks of hanging out with you guys is fun. You know.
Yeah, the scary thing is like Doctor on Call is usually only 2 hours, and the average watch time's like just below 30 minutes.
Weird.
When we do IRS at night, the average watch time's like 45 minutes.
We have
I'm
fun
like,
on there.
I'm really hoping it's just because of the fact that they can't fall asleep. Come to fall asleep.
It happens to me sometimes. I mean, that's usually how I end up over there.
I mean, there was another. I won't mention a name, but there's another YouTuber that was talking about. Well, that's a bullshit time slot because it doesn't challenge anybody, and people probably just fall asleep. And it's like, that's what they're supposed to do. Why do you think it's called the Insomnia Ramble Stream?
I was trying to explain that to Sasha earlier about the late night show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was legitimately started because I'm an insomniac. I couldn't sleep and nothing on to watch, so I just decided to stream. I was lucky that there's another insomniac that found the channel, and that's my co-host Kadan. And she is amazing.
Kadan's cool, definitely.
Last night she went off.
Guess what? I gotta do this. Playboy the Beast is apparently watching our live stream, so shout out to you, Murder Music.
Oh shit! What's up, Playboy? How you doing,
Fucking
brother?
right.
We're trying to get him to do an interview. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we're trying. We're trying.
Shout out Murder Music though, for sure. Hell yeah.
For sure.
Appreciate everyone. Actually, let's give a shout out to everybody watching. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. I'm trying to redo some of the layout stuff, so if you guys got opinions and thoughts, throw them to me. You know, I'll take them. But Doc, yeah.
You can never go wrong with more pickle.
More pickle. That's funny.
More pickle.
And by the way, shout out to Doc because he did the background on this, the bass background on this one. I've been switching out the color
That's
schemes.
a secret. Nobody's supposed to know.
It's all right. I'm sorry. I ruined it. But shout out to Doc anyways. I don't care.
Don't trust the chat that they won't say anything.
Yeah, keep it quiet, guys. That's DL information.
Keep a secret.
It's a secret now. Live it, love it. It's part of your life.
But speaking of which, if anyone needs graphic work, Mystic Ninja Designs is always open for business.
Now, this is
Oh, is that-
probably just me, but every time I see Trippy's name up, the phrase "bloods, guts, fingers, and toes" just keeps going through my mind.
Sitting for the chicken show.
I think.
Pam.
Is it time? What's up, Easy? What's happening?
Is that what we're doing now? Are we throwing shameless plugs in there?
You know, I always throw a shameless plug in there. What you got, Easy? Drop it.
Hey, I'm just saying, feel free to visit www.the606shop.com. I mean,
Hell yeah.
yeah, Ask
I mean-
Pickle. Pickle placed the order last night.
Yep. Just ordered one of them new fucking hats. They're fucking dope looking.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. That's what's up.
Easy, you got to send the link out to me. I'll throw it in the video then.
Hell yeah.
Snitch mode on gaming. Why don't you stop in and say hi and introduce yourself to Sasha? Because mine's well, Sasha's here, and you can meet Easy, and we can all hang out and have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. And by all means, please add me on Facebook. I've got a few spots. So obviously just, send me a message. Hey, I'm so-and-so from the show,
Here's something I didn't know about Facebook. It's got a 5,000 cap.
Mm-hmm.
Only have 5,000 followers.
Yeah.
Have I silenced everybody? Because I tried to friend up with Tracy Smothers, because that's the only place where his digital footprint is on the Facebook, because he's a boomer like me. I couldn't do it because he's got over 5,000 following him.
Well, that's why I'm lucky with some of the band members from different bands I've got. Their actual Facebooks on my Facebook, because.
Oh, word. Hey, shout out. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh,
Rocker Topper Games? Rocker Topper Games. There we go. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you coming by. Sorry, anyways. Continue, please.
I wouldn't want to say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, Rocker Topper Games.
Yeah. Or you can also follow on Facebook. If they're too many people.
Hey,
So
can I
that
have
we
a
can
link
still
to
get
where
it
Doc does his show? Someone just asked. My bad.
Yeah, I got you. Well, actually,
the comments where I was tagging everyone, drop it in there.
Well, if they're on the YouTube video at all, it's underneath. All the links to everyone's underneath the video.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna post it to Facebook because most of my people will click a link on Facebook, but they won't type it in on their own. I don't know.
No.
I get it.
There you
though,
go.
a lot of people.
I just popped it on.
So did I. Same time. That's funny.
There we go.
I can't do it on Facebook because that's where my IRL lives.
Yeah. We. That's why I'm Jay White.
Yeah. Right.
I feel you. But here's the thing.
I was very blessed that my mother definitely understood me. She knew that anything that happens on Facebook isn't necessarily me directly. And she still followed and supported even when fans got creepy and whatever. She just, I don't know. She had this amazing ability to just not take anything too serious. My whole modeling career, she loved the art. She's some of it she'd be like, well, I wish it wasn't my daughter, but that's a very well done piece. Or, wow, you really, your fashion style may not be my first choice for you, but you sure have it together, and I have no complaints. You're not, showing off your assets or whatever. You're accentuating, not hey, here's my cash and prizes, and she would say it like that. And so I was always very blessed to have the mother I did that saw things exactly as they are. Art was art to her. My favorite was someone tagged her in a post once, and she was like, who is Eric Scooby-Doo? And I was like, Eric Scooby-Doo. And I was like, oh, Scrubbelow. And she's like, yeah, well, he tagged me. Don't let him do that again. And I was like, Mom, I can't stop that. And I taught her how to disable tags so fans couldn't do that to her. It was pretty cute. It was pretty cute.
Hey, Sasha, let me ask you this, and I don't mean to sound creepy on it, but
Right.
my dad died in February. My mom died in December of the same year last year. Find yourself going back to the Facebook conversations that you had with them?
I literally just did that while we were live tonight. So, yeah. Um and it's always my constant inspiration, like, okay, well, I'm having a really bad day. Let's go read some of her words from the last time I had a bad day. Or, hey, I wonder what she'd say about this project. Let's look what she said when I did something similar. Or, hey, I just really need my mom's voice. Let me go pull up this voice note from her from last year. Like, yeah, I do it all the time. And it actually really helps me. The other thing that really helps is I had a dear friend tell me to put up a picture of my mother in a spot where I will always see it. So for me, that's right by the front door. So when I put on my service dog's tack to take her out in public to work or whatever, it's right on the tack wall. So every time I come in or out, I look at it. And my friend said, you know, you're doing better when you can look at the photo without bawling. And so that's another thing that really helped me. But yeah, I constantly find my way back to our conversations every time. I really do. And I think it's so important to keep another one of my friends said, you know, your mom's still there. Whether you're religious, whether you're spiritual, whether you don't believe any of that, it's very important to always keep the lines of communication open, um, because that way you don't lose the person. So never ever close off your mind to the idea that maybe they are still there. So it never hurts to believe that maybe they are and to act accordingly. Like I talk to my mom constantly. I'll be doing a project and like I swear I hear her answers. And they say that that's actually a very healthy thing to be like, hey, like for example, the other day I was painting a picture and I didn't quite know what it was missing. And I was like, and for some reason I just heard my mom say blue, needs more blue. And I listened and I put the blue in, whether it was my own subconscious giving me her voice because I wanted it, or whether, you know, somehow maybe she was there. I don't know. But the blue sure made that picture look better. So it never hurts to just keep it open. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I've had this conversation not just with my siblings who are like, well, out of respect, maybe we should shut it down. And I'm like, no, because you're not thinking about it correctly. I have a friend who was who was a professional wrestler 6 years ago, and had tons of conversations because I was part of his booking crew. And I just go back and I will read that and be like, you know, there are people out there, oh, well, you've never been in the ring, you don't know shit. And going through the conversations that we had were like an encyclopedia. It's an education. And I talked to his wife and I'm like, please don't deactivate the account. There are things there that you might not realize that are there. If you want, I can even screenshot you all the conversations, because if you kill that, you kill a part of it for me.
Yeah.
She was cool. She left it up.
See, and that's what's up. Like, see that those lines of communication are so important. Think about it. Like in life, if you missed your mother or your father, what would you do? You'd call them, right?
Yep.
So what's the harm in talking to them even though they're gone? Best case scenario, you know what they would have said to you because they said it a billion times and you remember it. You know, that's about the worst that's going to happen. Or maybe you start crying. But I really think that it is so important to still carry on as though we did not lose those people. I mean, obviously, don't be in denial. You know, my mom's gone, but you know what I mean? It's.
Oh, I remember the old saying, there is wisdom in the words of the dead.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
and the other thing I found is that a lot of the stuff that I'd get mad at her for when she was alive, I found was actually very rational stuff. And I've been able to revisit a lot of the hard issues we had when I was growing up and to look at it in a new light and change my perspective in life accordingly. And it is really sad that it took death to change a few things, but there was so much good that, personal growth is important, especially when someone passes, because you look at the reality, like my mom was all I had parent wise and family wise. Like, it's a long story. I've got a big family, but it was just me and my mom. And then, in your case, losing both of your parents, we're technically orphans, even though we're grown. And it's a very, very hard thing to come to grips with. It really is. And for anyone out there that's lost a parent, like a lady in the nail salon the other day, of all weird places, the weirdest wisdom I ever got was this lady in the nail salon the other day was just like, well, it's really weird. It's almost like one of those things that's a secret club. I know that sounds morbid, but it's one of those things that unless you're without both of your parents or the only parent you had in some people's cases, you'd have no clue what someone else is going through. You think you do, and then when you're past, you're just like, wow, I remember when so-and-so's parents passed and I told them I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you never know. Like, no death hits you as hard as your parents for the most part, whether you were cool with your parents or not. And I've had everyone say the same thing. Even people that weren't cool with their parents, when they passed, they were just like, this sucks in a way nothing else has ever sucked before. You know what I mean? So it is.
Yeah, I was lucky because, the deaths were kind of a 50-50. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, and then I asked one of my friends who is older than me, and both of his parents died. His mother passed after a very, very long illness. His father passed very suddenly, like my mother did. And I asked him which was worse. And he said, honestly, his mother was, that the long goodbye is worse than the sudden tragedy. You know what I mean? In my mom's case, because I feel the need to say this because I've heard all kinds of bogus stuff being said about my mom, and I'm really upset about it. So I'm just going to address it here. My mother was not an overdose. My mother never in her life. My mother was a lupus survivor like myself, as well as a 4-time cancer survivor. And from all of the treatments and the steroids, she had arteriosclerosis that she did not know about. And her doctor was not taking her seriously. My mother would fall asleep on the phone throughout the day. I could talk to her anytime, day or night, and she'd be like falling asleep. And I knew something was wrong because your parents just like they know us. And I kept telling her to get the doctor to take her seriously. And I'd get really mad at her for continuing to work 2 jobs and not retiring. And that's one of those things we didn't see eye to eye on that earlier.
Well,
so
but you are talking about different generations. I know the moment that my dad retired was the moment where he earnestly started dying.
That's fair too. And my mom would have been the same way. She worked through her cancer. I remember she showed up when I lived in North Carolina, and she lifted up the side of her shirt just to about below her bra line. And she said, street cred. And I said, Mama, what am I looking at? And she goes, I got a tattoo. And I said, oh, you did not, hush. And she goes, but I did. It's right there. And so I look closely, and she's got this teeny tiny little X that's done in, 6 little dot points, basically 3 across and then 3 across the other way with the one in the middle. So I guess that would be, that's 5 or 6, whatever. So she had this little tiny X. And I said, why would you get a tiny X? And she goes, because my doctor made me. And that was how she told me she was going through cancer for the 4th time. And she outlived. And so in the end, what ended up taking her out was from all of the treatments, she had a narrowing of the arterial wall to the heart. So the arteriosclerosis, and then from the lupus, she had a spike in blood pressure because as she was struggling to pump this blood and not getting enough oxygen, she was tired, which caused a spike in the blood pressure. So it was completely random, completely sudden, and very tragic. Her best friend showed up too, because work called her and was like, hey, Mama Doll is 10 minutes late to work without a phone call. That just wouldn't happen. She was very, very into those school kids and, you know, teaching them to read and helping them through their disabilities. And so Mama Doll's best friend had the key and told Mr. Policeman, you can either open this door and find what I know isn't going to be good in here, or I can do it and we can talk to your commanding officer, because this is not a woman that would miss work. We are definitely waiving that 48-hour rule. I know my rights. I am her emergency contact and I am making the call to be responsible. And so sure enough, she got the police to go in. She opened the door for them, and, you know, that was all she wrote. But my mother was not a person that was ever afraid of anything. I watched her face cancer head on 4 times. I watched her face all the struggles in my life head on many times. And she was a person that just, she believed that no matter what happens, we keep going. And so
Amen to that, though.
Yep. And so I revisit those Facebook conversations and those voice texts and everything else, because that's my reminder that, you know, she'd be furious that I stopped my show for almost 6 months. She'd be so mad. She passed in March, and so April, May, well, almost 5 months. But she would be so mad at me that I haven't been able to do my show. But then at the same time, she would say to me, well, it's in your own pace too, sweetie. You know, you've got to take your time for you. But she would be so mad that her death affected me to the point where I wasn't doing what I love to do. And so it's definitely a thing where I think revisiting messages and Facebook posts and things like that can be a very healthy coping mechanism.
My mom would I'd have to feed her the links to where she could listen to Doctor on Call.
Yep, my mom did it too. Every week with our show, she did.
She never told me until it got close to the end. But the one thing that really made me smile before she went was, night when I can't sleep, I listen to your IRS thing, and I think that's funny.
Yeah, my mom did that too, and I had no clue. Like, she said to me one time, and Pants probably remembers this, she said, so if I wanted to hear your show, how would I go about doing that? And so I told her, you know, back when we were doing the other show, and I would post the link, and that wasn't for my followers, that was for my mom, because my followers all knew where to go find me. But I wanted to make sure my mother always had that link. I never sent it to her directly because I didn't want to know if she saw it or not, because she wanted an authentic version of who I am, not cleaned up because she was listening. So, and she was the same way growing up. She used to sneak into auditoriums. I was Evita in the musical Evita one year, Ariel in The Little Mermaid, a musical program of just her songs, Disney stuff, you know, and my mom would sneak into the auditoriums. Her favorite was when I was Christine in Phantom, and I was fighting with her that day. I was in 6th grade when I played Christine. And my mother literally snuck into the auditorium, even though we'd had a giant argument about her not doing that. And she snuck in just to hear me sing. And she said it didn't matter whether singing alone or whether there were 500 people singing with me. She could always pick out my voice.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so it's just wild, the selfless things that our parents do, or sometimes even selfish, because I guess sneaking in after an argument might be a little selfish, but they're our parents and they love us. So, you know,
my mom never, I didn't think she ever knew about the late night stream, because it's kind of bawdy, it's kind of racy.
But they know, believe that, they know. And they find out. They do. All it takes is one person to be like, so great live show last night, and that'll send our parents like typing to find out what's this live stream they're talking about. And you know, so it's like I tried to shield my mom, because being, you know, the head of Detroit special ed for many years, and having a daughter that does fetish and pinup modeling and, you know, these racy late night radio shows, it's a little outside. And to protect her, I did not send her anything directly. She had a case where one of the kids in her class found one of my No R ads on And of course, he brought it in and showed the entire class. And my mom literally almost got charges against her for it. Because Noir Leather isn't exactly the cleanest place in the world.
Right.
And, but it's a wonderful store. It's got its place, but certainly not with 6th grade children. You know what I mean?
Well, see, that just proves that there are assholes that start as early as 6th grade.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And for this jerk, because my mother had punished him and he had to have an IEPC with the school district and his parents, and because he had a pretty rotten home situation, it turned out his mother was a prostitute. His father was a random John, if I remember correctly. And so, so this kid got very upset at having to have an IEPC because he knew his parents wouldn't show up and he could be kicked out of the school. And so rather than focus on what was going on, he brought in my Noir Leather ad that he took out of Metro Times Real Detroit, pulled up the website, went in class, was handing out the ad, he'd photocopied it, and then he, pulled it up on the library computers so that all the kids were looking at Noir Leather. And then, of course, and the thing is, they actually were almost stupid enough to believe that my mother was showing me off like that. And I had to go in and I was like, because that took the focus off of him to do that. And my mother never batted an eyelash, and she did not expect me to show up. She did not even think that I knew that had happened. Of course I knew. One of her friends was the counselor for that school, and her friend let me know what had happened. And so I literally came into the IEPC and, that they were having on my mother instead of on the student. And I literally brought him. And of course, the kid's mom showed up. The prostitute showed up to yell about my mom bringing my sexualized ad school, which of course my mom. But so I showed up with the text about how many times we'd argued about how my career could affect her life. You know what I mean? And then that's why I was Sasha so long, because I did not want to use my mother's last name and draw attention. And so that's, my grandfather called me Sasha doll growing up based on the doll that's from the Sasha Morgenthaler factory. It's from the 40s and 50s. It's a little brown doll with blonde hair. And it did look like me, And so my grandfather and my grandmother were. And as I was picking my stage name so I wouldn't be mother, that's where that came from. And then, of course, when I got married, it's like, okay, well, our last name isn't the same anymore. No one can mess with her. But going to that IEPC and pulling that stuff out, the conversations about how I could negatively affect her life if I'm not careful, how it doesn't take much for her to get fired for a sexualized scandal if any of my material is found. And then sure enough, of course she was right. Of course she was. And as kids, we are naive, and we don't, even as young adults, we don't see how our actions affect other people. And then you have to look at it from the flip side. If you or I had passed before our parents, I know my mom would have been all over my Facebook, rereading our messages, listening to voicemails I'd left her, even if I'd been particularly mean. Because what happens? We fight with our parents, even as adults. We don't always see eye to eye, kind of a thing. But that's not what it's about. It's about the love is still there. It doesn't matter how many times you fought. What matters is how many times you forgave, how many times you overcame the things that you did not see eye to eye about to either find a solution or let it go. If everybody treated their partnerships and friendships the way parents treat their love for us, the world would be a much nicer place. We'd have a whole lot less. Yeah, we'd have a whole lot less divorces. We'd have a whole lot less abuse and, negligent situations if everybody treated every person they come into contact with the way we treat, or the way our parents treated us. This world would be just so much brighter. It really would. And so I think that looking at Facebook is a very normal thing, and I think it's very healthy. And I think anything that you can do to positively cope with it, to where you're not hurting other people, drugs or alcohol, especially to excess, you're not engaging in wild, risky behavior because you miss your parents. That's a healthy coping mechanism as far as I'm concerned. And even if I'd said to you, no, I don't do that, that's weird. Don't listen to what other people say. Like, however you are coping with death, good on you, because it's hard as hell. And
Yeah.
it sounds to me like you've got your head in the right place and you're getting there, and that's what counts.
Pants, I can't interview her. She just did all the good stuff.
Oh no, she's got more, brother. Trust. That you barely cracked open Sasha yet, man.
The best part is, and Pants will tell you, when we think we've figured her out, we don't.
Yo, and it's back and forth. She's like, what was I telling you today? I didn't know you had something. What was it? A Twitter or something?
Yeah, the Twitter.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was Twitter. It was Twitter. You asked me if I had it, and I said, do I have it? Yes. Do I update it? That's a whole nother story.
That's what I said. But I was gonna say that's a way you can connect with Doc better too. And irate and gaming. Gaming, if you hear this, get back here. He came in and left, and I didn't get to say hi to him.
Get back here, gay man.
He's smelling shit again.
Right.
Well, he also recently lost someone too. So
Yeah.
See what?
he recently lost a family member too.
And it's hard. It is.
It is.
And and my hope is, that's part of what I always hope to accomplish with shows. Pickle, you know me. Pants, Easy, you guys know me. I'm all about showing people that whatever they are doing is normal and acceptable, as long as they are not hurting themselves or other people. And
Exactly.
just the fact that you can get out of bed and go to work or go to school, or create a piece of art that day, or even if you just manage to get up and walk your dog or feed your cat, you still got out of bed. I was just not prepared to lose my mother. A lot of people don't know this, but I am on the autism spectrum. And so when you're on the spectrum like that, especially, there's no nice way to put this. I did not expect to live past 16. So I did not make plans or put emotional real estate invested into things like, how am I going to cope with my mother's death? Because to me, I was going to die first. So I understand I outgrew that over the years, but I never revisited that in my head. It never even occurred to me to revisit that. It never did. And then about last summer, my mother started asking me about her final plans and telling me about her wishes and things like that. And I straight up had to cut her off, because just the conversation alone, long before she's like, no, I'm fine. I'm not sick. And I was like, is your cancer back? Why are we doing this? And she's like, we're doing this because it needs to be done. No, I'm not sick. But, my sister passed away 4 years ago, and she wasn't sick. She got in a random car wreck. This needs to be talked about. And I said, okay, we can revisit this, but not right now. Pretty please. I had just gotten married. I wasn't trying to bawl my eyes out in front of my new family, but that's what ended up happening. Because it's like, I just never put the investment and the time into thinking about what am I going to do when she's gone. So for me, I feel like it hit me 10 times as hard, because I never thought, it never even occurred to me that my mom might die first, ever.
Life has a way of just throwing us curveballs, no matter what it is. Losing
Yep.
people that we care about, emotional attachments of any sort. I feel like it's hard to get past some points sometimes. It is, but we have to find it in ourselves to keep going on. In sake of, their memories, our futures. They wouldn't want us to give up our future because they're gone. I don't know. We're getting all deep with it, man. Like,
Yeah. And honestly, there's a big discussion we can have about autism.
yeah,
I have a tendency to piss people off when I talk about it, because I'm from a different generation.
Right. And see, that's the thing too, is I'm technically triple diagnosis because of my lupus, but my mother went into special education because back in the late 70s and early 80s, when I was first, starting to be obvious to her that something wasn't the normal with me. You weren't autistic unless you were non-functioning. So I ended up saddled with a borderline diagnosis. So literally, they said I had borderline personality. And now, if you read anything on borderline or the way people think about borderline online, they think you're this compulsive liar who does drugs and is all over the place and hurts people and uses people for your own entertainment. And the reality couldn't be farther from the truth. Yes, there are borderlines that do that, but there are also borderlines that have been untreated with medication. Like literally, I don't take medication for it. I went through what's called cognitive behavior therapy and emotion regulation and awareness. And so I learned how to, and see, that's why my mother became a special ed teacher, because she wanted to have access to the best resources to figure out how to help me. It wasn't about a diagnosis. It was about, someday I'm going to turn this tiny little thing that I love more than anything over to the rest of the world. And I need to make sure that I did my job. And I need to make sure this tiny little thing one day is, self-sufficient and self-aware and self-reliant. How can we do that? So she didn't care about a diagnosis. She didn't care about, what people were saying or how they said I'd behave. She cared about what will keep my daughter successful, what will make her successful in the years and decades to come, and how will I know I've done my job. And and so many things I've second guessed about, was she happy about my choices? Was she happy about where I moved to, who I married? And then one of her best friends said at her services, because I didn't do a funeral, she didn't wear makeup in life. I wasn't going to have them do that to her in death. And she literally always said, don't make a spectacle. So, I followed to a letter what she wanted. I didn't even view her at the morgue. I did it over the phone. Very morbid traditions we have as Americans, by the way. Viewing people that are made up in death, I get it, to each their own, but that's just not for me. And I had her cremated right away. So one of her friends at her memorial service told a story about my mom calling them to say that I'd gotten married, because due to family conflict and my mother being forced to choose, we decided to elope. That's just what we did. That's how we handled it. So no one's feelings were hurt. It is what. And we were going to have a big party summer, which obviously now we'll probably still have a party, but not for the same reason. It was for my mother. We were going to do a beach wedding and let her feel included this summer. And so one of her friends stood up and said, your mother was so proud of you. They were telling stories of me running around science when I was like 3 years old, quoting the lectures and everything. And she said, but her favorite memory of you was one that happened recently. And your mother said, of all the people that you've had a choice over the years of, to marry, to settle down with, she said, Veracity was one I would have. So, when someone passes, we tend to have regrets and stuff. But for anyone out there struggling with it, turn those regrets into positive. Okay, my mother didn't know Veracity in person. They talked on FaceTime, though. He shared all of his art and my projects with her. And even when I found out that even when she and I were fighting sometimes, not really fighting, kind of like disagreements where we wouldn't talk for a few days, he was still sharing all of my projects with her. He'd be like, I know she's really mad at you right now, and I'm probably not supposed to do this, but she's asleep. Here, check this out. She painted this yesterday. Or, hey, watch Mari. Look what she did with the service dog. So it's like, turn those things that you regret into, find a way to see every regret into a positive. And that's when you're on the right path to thing. When you can think about things realistically and take those negatives and put them in the positive category, that's when you're see.
Whoa.
Because the reality is we're all going to die someday.
It's true.
It is what it is. We're all fallible human beings.
Yeah,
we all make mistakes,
It's all it's all perception, and however you need to cope is how you should cope. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Within reason, of course. Don't be self-destructive. And speaking of destruction, Mames of Destruction has just stopped in. Hi, buddy.
Hi. So, but yeah, that's the whole point to it. If you are not hurting yourself and
He
you're
was
not
here.
hurting other people, then you're doing it right. Because those are the only two things that are a prerequisite for handling hard things in life. Don't hurt yourself, don't hurt others.
Mames, are you here, buddy? Memes. Should I say memes? Is that better?
You know what I mean, though, Pants? Like, that literally, that's the only, every hard thing in life, whether it's death, whether it's losing a job, whether it's upsetting a friend by accident, the only wrong answers are the ones that have you hurting yourself or hurting other people. Anything else is a right answer. We all cope differently.
Oh,
the thing's lighting up. Hey, guys.
Hey,
what's
buddy.
going on?
Hey.
Welcome to the dojo, my friend.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Aw.
Thank you so much.
Speaking of was here, that's me. I got to go get ready for work. And
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, man.
It's all right, buddy.
Good seeing you, Pickle.
but you can also catch me later on over on the Cream Stream over on the Irate Prostate's channel.
Aye.
It is an excellent stream, I hear.
I believe I'm visiting that show as well tonight, so I will be over there at 10 o'clock.
It's a good place to visit.
Yes, sir.
Right
Pickle,
on, folks.
we'll catch you later then. That was cool. Easy left
Yeah,
too, I
that
guess.
was cool.
I know. I mean, imagine 7 billion people in the world, over 2 billion of them on the internet, all different cultures, all different backgrounds. No, nobody would ever misconstrue something else that is said, especially if people are talking over each other.
These things happen.
It's true. It's true. So, how about this? What's the good word? What's going on? What's positive? What's happening?
Let's get some happy, right? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, sometimes you just got to put on a happy face.
Right?
I heard that in something once.
Sounds familiar. What's going on with you, buddy? I haven't seen you in a minute.
It's here, there, everywhere. Just doing the whole work thing and trying to actually get into a little bit of video production. I've slacked off this week. I occasionally like doing cameos, and a lot of times I'll clip things out because it's easier. But then again, I realize, I can just bring up an article and have a basic understanding of OBS. Pool thing? Huh. Okay.
That's weird. I just did something with your role here, and it totally muted you for a second. That was odd.
It swapped me over to push to talk. That's what happened before. All I know is it's like, you must do push to talk. I think it was because I muted myself and I came in muted.
Oh, well,
So I assumed I didn't want to say anything.
That's all good. But, yeah, like I said, well, video production, that's fun. We were discussing that on another show a couple shows ago. I forget where I was, honestly.
Somewhere on the internet here?
Somewhere in our little group of people that we associate with. I was there discussing something similar.
It's very interesting because many people seem to do that.
I actually did the college thing for video game design, like animation and stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't finish, which I ran out of funding. Pops was in a hospital, a lot going on, work. You know what I mean? Life happens.
Yeah.
But I started the Mystic Ninja design thing, and
But I hear a positive message in there. You started Mystic Ninja Designs and you figured it out.
That's the point I was getting at, though. Yeah, thank you. She knows where I'm going. She knows where I'm at.
When Pants doesn't know what he's doing, I do.
I need somebody to keep me on track, man. Like I'm the master of multitasking here. You know what I'm saying? But
really,
well, and it's incredibly easy to spot posers when you see them on the YouTubes.
Posers, aren't those the people that like stand there in department stores and act like mannequins? Posers.
They could be.
See, I thought that was the guy that wrote the Raven story.
Oh, that was Poe.
Oh no, that was Edgar Allan Poser.
Yeah.
Edgar Allan Poser. Right,
Hockey
right.
hoser.
I stand corrected.
I had a bouquet of posers for my wedding.
Oh, those smell lovely.
Congrats. I like flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell people who are here really trying to connect or trying to share point of views as those who are still trying to run it like, oh, this is my money making effort, you know.
It's a
I feel
mix.
that.
It's a mix. Sometimes we need enough money to sustain our hobbies. You know what I'm
So
saying?
sustain.
Yes. Words in English and stuff and things are hard.
Yeah. Me talk hard now. Thanks. Bye.
My English good.
No, you have to do
My
Pornhub for
English
that.
good.
Yeah, I can't speak. I apologize.
I don't make much money off of Pornhub. It's just the love I have.
Right.
I have gone far negative in investments on Pornhub.
Oh boy.
You are
guys.
definitely doing it wrong then.
I love you guys
Absolutely.
so much. I need to just say I love this.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
we like to foster a positive community. Sorry.
yeah, this is Sasha's first time back in a while. So this is cool.
But
It's
but
been a
yeah,
minute.
Sasha, when you're eased into it, give me a shout and we'll get you on the show.
For sure. Probably next Friday.
Next Friday?
Or if you have a time before then.
No, he does Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I've got the rest of July booked. I'll probably start booking August, like next week.
Okay. I'm
So
down.
if you're interested.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally
of course.
should.
Yeah, for sure.
This is just an impromptu show tonight. I don't know, like, I haven't set up a day for us, like, to really do this constantly. You know what I mean?
Well, you could just put it out there and kind of see what happens. Because if enough folks enjoy it and it's done on a regular basis, and more people start to enjoy it, it kind of self perpetuates.
That's how it works. Yeah. I mean, we had the show for what, 2 years? We were doing that. We were and we took a break, and Sasha, we had a whole story about it at the beginning of the video. For those just now tuning in, when this is over, go back and watch that. Learn some history. It's cool. It's good stuff.
You gotta keep up on the deep lore, because here's the thing: you might not always agree with a person's decisions, but at least when you hear their story, you might at least get a bit of the gist of where they're coming from.
Right.
I knew that Pants Ninja and I were going to get along just because of the fact that I don't wear pants, so he has no obligation.
He has no power over you.
See, that's the whole thing. People miss whatever the word is. Someone can speak for me on the big words tonight. Thanks. Like the whole pants thing, man. Pants are the modern day shackles. Everywhere you go that you don't want to be, you have to wear pants. I'm just trying to free people, man. That's all it is.
So what you're saying is, you can pants if you want to. You can leave your pants behind.
But if your friends do pants,
and if they wear pants,
do pants, they ain't no friends of mine.
You guys,
oh my god,
we had a thing. It's funny. I have a theme song. About it's a parody of.
You can pants if you wanna. You can leave cares behind.
No, I'm
but
talking.
If your friends wear pants and their friends wear pants, well, they ain't no friends of mine.
I feel like a lovely young lady singing that in a very short video could potentially make that a thing.
Yeah, Sasha.
I'd be happy to do it. I would do it.
Sasha, make a video and I will post it up on the tubers. It'll be wonderful.
I will do it. We'll even do a music video. I'll do it.
See, I got Sasha's my ace in my sleeve here, man. She's got the know-how. She's got experience, and she used to model. She knows what's up.
And she has tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of those.
Yeah.
I'm so committed. Even my eyebrows are tattooed.
You guys gotta get. I'm telling you, add her on Facebook. Watch some live videos. They're fun.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I do some fun stuff.
And once in a while, I do pop my head over on one. Once in a while.
Sometimes I glue myself to tables. I cuss when I get coated in hot glue. I splatter paint everywhere. I cuss a lot. Like, I don't cuss a whole lot in, like, real life, but, like, if you put a camera on me for a live feed, you'd think I'm auditioning for Miss Potty Mouth USA. Pretty bad.
That reminds me of ex Mrs. Memes when she was around children. She barely cursed at all, but for some reason when there were kids around and she wasn't supposed to curse, I'm like, wow, you got a sailor mouth around like your friend's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her Detroit comes out is what I say.
Yeah, my Detroit, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. We love Detroit.
I got props for it.
Cursing around children.
It's from the music.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because it definitely gives you a reason to smack the taste out of their mouth if they cuss.
Well, see, I get that.
There's your lesson.
I have to fix these rolls though. Why is it push to talk? That's bothering me now.
It's probably because it's under security, because since it's a private locked room, just in case if somebody got in here and they couldn't just start, I don't know, screaming random things you might not want to broadcast.
Oh yeah, makes sense. That's probably why I did that. Well, I mean, as long as you can unmute yourself, right?
I think the issue is I came in muted. I just do that out of force of habit. Otherwise, I tend to keep talking
Okay.
and or yeah.
I got you. No, I was saying okay to my thing. Sorry. I think I fixed it. We should be fine now.
Oh, that's sad.
What happened?
There's a wrestler in Pro South who's wearing an old New World Order shirt.
The
NWO.
Oh man.
For life.
Well, no, and it's a Wolfpack one.
Oh god.
So don't be that guy.
Oh god, I haven't done Espanol in a while.
9. That's how it's
is forever. I missed that intro.
Man, we were. You know, it's funny. That's another thing I was gonna do. Is I might do a little game show of some sorts. I forgot about. I was setting up a Family Feud thing actually.
Do it up, man. That stuff is fun.
Yeah, I figured. Well, we were talking a while back about doing a game show. Sasha, I forgot to tell you that too, by the way.
I think we did talk about that at one point.
Did we? I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Oh, so this is what Trippy's been doing. He just posted a video entitled "Vamps Immense Snatch."
What?
And it's called Vamps Immense Snatch.
Oh god.
And it's a guy driving through a 4-lane tunnel.
That's funny. Trippy's really being productive, huh?
Oh, Trippy.
Trippy. Well. Oh wow, we're actually past the 2-hour mark now.
You tired?
Yeah, it's all right. I told Irate I'm gonna hop on his thing tonight at 10. But I mean, if you guys want to hang a few minutes, I'm cool with whatever. It's up to y'all. You tell me.
I don't know. The magic that is Pro South Wrestling is on right now. I just wow.
We got chaotic up here.
Oh god, chaotic.
I almost went to Killer Kowalski's old wrestling school, and I was asked for $1,500 that I didn't have.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
It was exactly like Kevin Nash said. You go in there, you fork over your $1,500. They teach you how to wrestle.
Pretty simple, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, it's a lot of work.
Right.
I was watching them doing all those ring drills. I'm like, early 30, maybe shoot for some glory, and then, well, no, I think, I don't know. Is YouTube settling, or is that more powerful? Somehow I feel it's more powerful.
Hard to tell, I guess.
YouTube makes everybody feel like a natural woman.
Right.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it. It's just, it's what it is.
Well, some days I might feel like a woman.
Some days I might feel like wearing pants, you know? Whatever.
Well, if you want to.
Right. But I'm going to take everyone else's. It's fine.
Oh, well, I mean, you could leave them behind.
We're starting that again. Back to that, though. Sasha, do you remember Mighty Mike?
No.
Okay, he might have been.
Mouse, yes.
No, Mighty Mike. He was over with the old Muser days, right? Dude did a.
I do remember him. Yes.
He did the parody of "I'm Not Afraid" for us, and it was "I'm Not Afraid to Take Your Pants." It was
my
a whole
favorite
2-minute
is
thing.
still that we're all stars in the dojo.
I wish I had a copy of that.
Can we get another copy?
Who made that, Earl?
I think so.
Earl Wallace, you make me another copy of that, and I will give you your pants back, sir. I can't wait to. You guys got to meet these cats, man. Earl is a trip. You can ask Pickle about Earl sometime. But yeah, I don't know. Does anyone want to shout anything out? Because I might just wrap this up. It's 9:10, and I have to do some things before the other show.
We love Miss Hope. We
Miss-
can't wait to see her in the new things that she's embarking on. I'll share the second I can. You know I will.
Sasha, you got anything else you want to shout out?
Fuck pants?
There you go. Fuck pants? Yeah.
Fuck pants.
Hey, Doc, you gonna throw some stuff out quick while you're here, brother?
Well, I think Pickle already did the show. He's going to be on the big show this Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will sit down and peel the gherkin. But
Peel
of
the
course,
gherkin.
when we're up and running, if you guys can't sleep, if it's 2 a.m. Eastern, and you need something to watch that you really don't have to think about, and hopefully will put you to sleep, there's the Insomnia Ramble stream. We're hanging out with me and Kadant and whoever else really wants to show up. The thing that I will say that makes me the proudest daddy, that we've done just a little over 200 shows and we've had over 150 guests. If that doesn't tell you a little something about the IRS, then I don't think anything will.
I was gonna say you just did your anniversary show, or whatever, right?
Yeah, we did the 200th show, and people
That's
are like,
what it
"Oh, you
was.
fell asleep," and I'm like, "Fuck you! I did not fall asleep. I passed out."
It's a difference. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't make it to that. I actually work early, so. But
Everybody was there in spirit.
I wanted to so bad because I know we were doing something beforehand. I'm like, man, it's like 12:45 and I'm tired. It was rough.
Well, we did some really horrible karaoke.
Well, I heard Pinoy did some acapella for you, huh?
No, Pinoy actually he actually sang with I think he sang with Tyro.
Oh, that's cool.
Really?
And at the very end, sang Bohemian Rhapsody, and man, it was a shit show.
Where is this?
It was super fantastically cringe. If you go on to my channel, it's labeled as Epic Roki Stravaganza.
I just posted Doc's channel in the chat as well, and it is underneath the video for anyone listening. Well, hell yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go back and watch that soon.
God, it was bad. It was so bad. But that's what made it so good.
Oh, and I'm gonna say straight up, I got a lot of respect for Doc. He's a damn good dude. He's very talented and knowledgeable and fun. Like, check him out for real. Like, if you're not watching him, then there's something wrong with you. Straight up.
It's the people that I interview, dude.
Well,
I mean, that's what makes that show, because they are interesting, and they legitimately. I mean, people that you would want to ask questions or want to know more about their lives. I've been derided, like, there's only a couple of choices you can do when it's on the Patreon.
yeah.
Like, what do you do? And the only one that was close to what I did was does celebrity interviews, and I got ridden about that quite a bit. And it's just like, well, I do have people in the real world with names that but I don't consider them any more of a celebrity than the people that I interview that come from the interwebs, from the YouTubes.
True story.
We all have our own story.
Speaking of that, Mames, I'd like to get you to sit down sometime with me if you're ever free.
Oh, sure, I'd love to.
I'd like to get to know you a little better.
Yeah. Am I being groomed for an irate?
I think me and Sasha can sit down and do a fine interview with you, sir.
I think we can too.
Don't sit on his lap. It's a trap.
It is totally a trap.
Is that if we're on Tyro's channel?
Tyro.
I love lo-fi.
I'd like to sit down with Tyro sometime too, honestly.
I feel like the last time I was on with Tyro, lo-fi, and Arcater, we may have gotten his channel struck.
Oh, good show.
For some reason, on Arcater's channel, with that combination of people, Tyro went from like the most logical moonhopper to saying some wicked racist shit. I'm like, that's horrible.
Oh, that's why Trippy was busy. He was doing Atema's avatar.
Oh, I haven't seen Tema for a while. How's she doing?
Well, you can see her tonight on Cream Stream.
Yeah, I think there's like a whole school of people going to be in there tonight, man. It's going to be crazy fun.
Yeah, she's a regular.
No, she used to do Mad Dodge's Red Eye a fair bit.
Well, I want to say thanks, guys, for popping in. Sorry, it's we got a little short on time here, guys, but
I don't know.
Short on time. We've been live for like 2 hours and a few odd minutes.
Well, I mean, some of these guys joined later. You know what I mean? I'm just sorry. That's all.
Oh, no worries. No worries. Yeah. I was busy discussing projects and stuff.
Oh, but, I get it. I get it, brother.
Speaking of projects.
Sure.
What you said you took commissions, and
I
was curious your thoughts on maybe another project that I may be looking to work on.
I'll tell you what. Let me end this. We'll talk about that for a minute. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, shout out to everybody for stopping in. Appreciate y'all. Thanks to everyone who came in tonight. Let me see if I get everybody. We had Pickle, Doc, Destruction. TMOD is what I want to call you because it just sounds cool to me. And Sasha, of course. I'm glad you're back, girl. We missed you.
Aw, thank you.
And stay tuned, guys, because we'll have a more set schedule as things progress. A lot of projects in the works. It takes time to make these things happen. You know, creating content you can't just do in a day, you know, unless you're got a sweatshop or something. But we'll catch you next time. Thanks for coming by. Much love. Peace.
Peace.
Turtle power.